in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic.
Not almost famous, yeah. Not almost famous, yeah. Not almost famous with Alex and Christian. Alex and Christian. Alright, welcome to another episode of Not Almost Famous with Alex and Christian. I'm Alex.
I'm Christian.
Today's episode is brought to you by Jeb Needs Dirt. Jeb started this company because he needed dirt, and he needed to get it fast. And now he's turning to us, and to you, to help him find that dirt.
Yeah, instead of going out and buying dirt, he decided to let good viewers like you do the hard work for him and pay us to promote his website where you can sell him your dirt.
Yes, he's very entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah. You wouldn't think so with a name like Jeb, but never judge a book by its covers, folks.
That's right.
Covers, multiple covers. You gotta keep your book
front
nice
and back,
nice and protected.
Yes.
For book protection, please.
Yeah.
So go to jebneedsdirt.com and sell Jeb your dirt. You probably have some.
Yep, there might be some lying around.
Yeah, in a box somewhere.
Dirty box.
Do you just want to jump right into our main topic for the...
But I'm scared.
Oh, you should be. So today we're going to play a little game. Want to play a game?
You want to play a game about how I got these scars?
Yeah. Today we're going to play a game called Speech Breaker. It's the... it uses that speech jammer thing where there's a delay of your voice that you hear in the headphones and you're going to try to speak. So the point of the game is... I'm going to do a zoom on this. You have to... describe the scene listed out for you without using any of the words on the card. And then this is the speech breaker mic. You wear these headphones and press the button, and it gives you 1 minute to describe the scene. So me and Alex are going to go back and forth. We're going to do probably 5 of these each. And if the other person is able to guess the scene, then the person doing the speech jammer gets the point. So basically, I was able to guess, you were doing it, I was able to guess the scene, I hand you the card, that means you got the point. So who do you want to go first?
You go first, because I'm going to see how it's done. I've not played this before.
Okay, so that one's done. Put these headphones on. Headphones are a lot more difficult with long hair.
Or without any ears.
Women, yeah. Earless women everywhere know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, and so I can't cheat. There's a little light that starts to blink. When it stops blinking, Alex knows I'm done. My minute's up.
Can't tell if he's winking or blinking.
So there's a person that puts colors on a person, and they're preparing a Mexican cuisine at the place where you would play at McDonald's, swimming around.
And I'm supposed to guess what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's a guy that paints portraits of Mexican people at McDonald's. That's my best guess.
All right,
is it supposed to be a movie or a person or a job or?
So it's who, what, and where.
Okay, it's a portrait artist. He's painting portraits of Mexican shit at McDonald's. At a county fair.
So
sponsored by McDonald's.
I don't think I got it.
I don't think I did either.
But it was a body painter making a burrito in a ball pit. So,
okay.
So I don't think I did very good.
I can see that.
All right. So I do not get a point for this. So I'm going to throw that over there. All right. That's 1-0.
I take one of these cards.
Don't look at it yet. You got to put...
Don't... Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you can't have extra time to think.
Is there one on the front and the back, or is one just the back side of the card?
There's one on either side.
So I can grab it and then flip it to the other side.
Yeah.
So I can look at whatever this is and then flip it when I'm ready.
Yeah.
And then I press this when I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I have to say who it is without saying the words. What it is without saying these words. Where it is. Okay.
So how dumb did I sound?
You sounded like you know what? You sounded really, really dumb. You sounded really, really dumb for real.
All right, let's see how dumb you sound.
Hopefully not that bad, but all right. Check. Okay, so this is a person that grabs on to very tall, naturally made objects that are in nature, that are very tall. And he's doing this while he's standing on something that you can use to ride around. This doesn't make any sense. I didn't even get to finish.
So trees?
Yeah, it was trees. No.
So he's doing something with trees?
Dude, this doesn't make any sense to me. It was a mountain climber riding a Segway at a souvenir shop. Like, how the fuck are you going to climb a mountain while you're riding a Segway? And you're also not going to be able to do that in a souvenir shop.
No, you're not. But that's the kind of... It doesn't matter what the scene is. You just have to...
So if I just do who, it's somebody that does this. What? This.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
I thought you were supposed to combine it all.
Oh. Well,
like, you have to be like, oh, it's a mountain climber riding a Segway at a souvenir shop. So it's a dude that climbs on stuff. Also, underneath his feet, he uses this thing to get around. And then he's at a place where you buy gifts afterwards.
Right. We both know that the order goes who, what,
where?
Yeah, who, what, where.
Do we know?
Yeah, maybe I don't. It goes who, what, where. So that's the easiest way to do it, is you just try to do the who, and then the what, and then the where. You don't actually have to, like...
combine the scene?
Yeah, you don't have to actually make it make sense.
Okay. Because it's not as challenging if it's done that way.
Right,
so.
yeah.
I was like,
but it's already pretty hard.
It's literally impossible to climb a mountain riding a Segway in a souvenir shop. Right.
You're so logical, Alex. Just trying to make it so logical.
We're supposed to have fun.
All right. The girl that was in the Black Eyed Peas.
Okay, I know who that is.
She's putting seeds in the thing to feed the animals that
I got it.
fly. Okay. And she's on a red planet.
Okay, so Fergie's at a petting zoo on Mars.
She's
feeding animals in a trowel. She's filling trowels for animals on Mars.
Ooh,
Did you say you can't say feeding, but you said feeding?
No. I don't know. I think I did pretty good. It's Fergie filling a bird feeder on Mars.
Let's see. 2 out of 3 isn't bad.
Yeah. This is pretty hard. I'm going to give myself a point for that one. I think I'm doing an okay job describing it.
The points don't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, how dumb did I sound? Was I, like, intelligible or not? Because I felt like I was.
You were pretty good. You were a little slow in some parts.
When I was trying to figure out what I was talking about? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so... Alright. Oh, were you ready? Okay. This is a person that, watches out for bad things in the crowds at events, and also places where there's people and they need to be protected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he is making a particular type of clothing item that's worn by women, but only covers the lower half of their body. And he is at a place where he goes to try out for shit.
So a security guard.
Yep.
Trying on skirts.
He's sewing a skirt.
Oh, sewing a skirt.
Yeah.
At an audition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you get that one, or
No, you get it because you accurately described the scene.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's the way I'm going to do it. I think it's fun, more fun to do that way.
Yeah. I think I accidentally pressed that button too.
You did. It's all right. Just gonna wait for it to go away. I don't know how you talk so well when it's going, because
I told you, like, I thought I would be good at it because there's like something in my brain where I can like separate it. I don't know if it's because I used, like with audio engineering and like recording and stuff, I used to be like, okay, I need to hear the bass while I'm listening to drums, or I don't know.
I mean, I've done a lot of that stuff too, but this just makes me sound like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like something I would be able to do well, just because I can only focus on one thing at once. But what I try to do is just focus on what I'm saying rather than what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So
you're also like, you're not as focused on going fast as I am, so you're able to have those
but I'm not
pauses.
even getting through the fucking card,
right? So I think you need to speed it up a little bit.
I'm trying to think of like how to describe this accurately so that you'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
And then it takes too long. So.
So the guy that played Deadpool is fixing the fur of a fluffy dog.
Okay.
And he's laying in the thing that you tie between two trees.
He's Ryan Reynolds playing with a dog in a hammock? Petting a dog in a hammock? Taxidermizing a dog in a hammock?
I said fixing the hair of.
Fixing the hair of a dog? Grooming a dog in a hammock.
Ryan Reynolds grooming a poodle in a hammock.
Oh, poodle. Okay. So that was close enough.
Okay. All right. So that's close enough. We're getting better at this.
Right.
I'm not getting better at speaking.
No, you sound like you're really drunk. Some kind of cough syrup.
It's so hard for me. I don't know what it is. It's weird too because some people. Here, watch the button.
Watch the button.
Don't touch that dial. Watch that button. But it depends. Like, cause some people like you, I've seen other people not have a problem with it. But then people like me just talk real slow. Yeah. But I've seen other people that just stutters through the whole thing.
At least you don't stutter. That would be even more embarrassing. You just sound like every TV show or something where there's like a character that's like really high, like, you're freaking out, man.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds with a poodle, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I am Shaggy.
Shut I'm Meatwad. I'm going to do it as Meatwad.
Okay. Add an extra layer.
Yeah, we got to step it up a notch. Okay, y'all, so this is the guy that's on the TV show that tells you if it's hot or cold or what's going to happen. And then what's he doing, y'all? He's recording stuff on TV with a particular box that records shows on TV for you. And he is in the largest city in Canada. That's all I got, y'all. Could you guess it?
See, so he's the Weatherman.
Yeah.
Who is, oh shit. I'm having trouble remembering what you said.
I said he's using a device that records TV shows.
Oh, VCR?
Think a little bit newer than a VCR.
Oh, a TiVo.
Yeah, good enough. DVR.
Okay, so the Weatherman using a TiVo, and he's in the largest city in Canada. Is that Ottawa? I don't...
That's the capital. What's the one city that everyone knows in Canada?
Fuck, I mean, I guess not
everyone except you.
Yeah, everyone except
Toronto.
Me. Yeah. Okay, here's
Weatherman DVR shows in Toronto.
Here's part of the problem. Why it's not as hard for you. Because because you're holding the mic like way down here, you have to put it like up to your mouth so that it's loud. Because the point of it
is, really?
Yeah, if you can hear your actual voice, then it's not going to fuck with you as much.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah, so actually like really speak into it. It did seem like it was a little harder when you're trying to do a voice while doing it.
Yeah, because I started like going in and out of the voice because I was trying to concentrate on what I was actually saying. And I went back into it after I realized I wasn't.
So a guy that learns how to fight in the ancient arts.
Samurai.
He's he's in the thing that they
Gladiator.
do in action movies where they climb through the top of the ceiling.
American Gladiator?
Like
Stuntman? I don't fucking know.
No, I could... Comparing fabric swatches? What's a swatch?
A swatch is like a piece of, it's like a sample. So fabric swatch is like a piece of a sample of fabric.
Okay. No, I completely fucking failed on that.
Was it at least a gladiator?
No, a martial artist.
Oh, fuck, okay.
I see where your brain was, though.
Right.
Yeah, talk right into the mic and see if that makes it any harder for you. If you don't let the mic take out your eye.
Okay.
Or the headphones.
Alrighty. So like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so this is a person that gets on... what's another word? It's a vehicle that goes on the water that you ride, and he's the person that's in charge of that vehicle. And what is he doing? He's doing longer hours than he's supposed to on the boat than he normally would, that people pay him to do. And he's not doing this on a lake. He's doing this. See, I need more time, dude. Like, holy shit.
See, that's the thing. If you had more time, it wouldn't be good because you got to speak fast.
I can't even get through any fucking cards because I'm trying to think of what to say without the actual words.
Yeah. So the captain on a boat.
Yeah.
He's working overtime.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Captain on a boat working overtime.
To where, though, but he's
not on a lake, but
yeah. Where would have been really difficult? It would have been like a place where you play games with a large ball and a net that you have to hit over the net, and there's 9 players on each team.
Oh, volleyball?
Yeah. So that would have taken me like a year to say.
I'm going to give you that one because I was able to get the 2 of them, so...
Right.
No, you got to try to do it a little bit faster, though.
All right, I'll try to do it faster if I can.
It's not going to be fun for the viewers if you're sitting there, like, really thinking it over.
Well, at least I don't sound like this.
You started a little bit when you had the mic closer.
Yeah, it was a little bit more challenging.
All right.
Mostly it's just me trying to think of what the fuck to explain it.
Oh shit, I'll flip it over. So, one of the people that takes pictures of celebrities...
Photographer, paparazzi, tabloid person.
They're doing the thing where you spin around on your hands.
Breakdancing?
No, it ends with... The word ends with a circular object.
What?
Okay.
Spinning around on your hands.
Paparazzi doing cartwheels.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay. No. Okay. No, not even a little bit. Okay. Alright, yeah, speed it up.
Speed it up. Alright.
Alright, we'll do one more each. You'll do this one and I'll do one and then we'll move on.
So are you supposed to wait until they're done explaining it, or are you supposed to guess it so that they move on to the next one?
I'd say wait until they're done explaining it all so they don't waste any of their time. Because you only have a minute.
Okay. Alright, this is the actress that was the star of V for Vendetta, and she was in Star Wars. And what is she doing? She's taking the things that you carry, groceries that aren't made out of paper, and she's putting them somewhere so they can be used again. And she's doing this in a little house on the blank.
Oh. Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Taking plastic bags on the...
Putting them in a place where you can use them. Use them again.
Putting plastic bags in a trash can.
But if you want to use them again, they're not going to go in a trash can.
Well,
they're
people use them in their bathroom trash cans. Putting them in a bag.
Think greener.
Putting plastic bags in a bag. Recycling plastic bags.
Yeah.
on a prairie.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That was
All
good.
right.
That was probably my best one so far.
It was also the one where you slowed down the most, so
Right.
it was most fun.
I also had the easiest one because everyone knows Natalie Portman.
Right,
And Little
yeah.
House in the Blank is like easy as shit. So the hardest one was to be like recycling plastic bags.
Did you ever hear that song that she did?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't eat motherfucker, or I don't sleep motherfucker off that yak in that Durban doing 120 on, what is it, 120 getting head while I'm swerving?
Yeah.
Damn, Natalie, you's a crazy bitch. Yo, shut the fuck up and suck my dick.
Yeah.
I love that fucking song. Natalie's
I haven't
rap.
thought about that in forever.
She made a sequel too that, I mean, it wasn't as good, but it was still funny.
Yeah. All right.
I love her.
Okay, a guy or a woman cares about the planet. They're floating in the air using magic.
Oh.
And they're in the place where you keep the animals that lay eggs.
Okay, somebody's in a hen house. People floating in the air with magic. They care about the environment.
They care about the planet, and they're floating using magic.
They care about the planet. Activists, Greenpeace activists,
that's
biologists, scientists,
environmentalists.
God, that was the easy one. Environmentalists.
Yeah.
Floating in the air with magic. What the fuck?
Starts with an L.
Levitating? Oh, okay. So it's environmentalists levitating in a hen house?
Yeah, chicken coop. But yeah.
Chicken coop.
Same
what
thing.
The fuck?
Yeah, right? What a scene.
These aren't even like normal scenes
No.
to like that you could even like guess. Like,
I think maybe they made this game a little too hard.
yeah. I think they were using some kind of substances to help them think of these scenes, man.
All right. I want to try something before we move away from this.
DMT.
Yeah, I want to try DMT
Should I do it all around
right
DMT?
now on let's see, all right. This way you don't have to think about anything. You just have to read it. I want you to try to read this like normal reading speed while wearing this.
Okay.
I want to see if you're actually really good at this.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you are, but
Let's see.
we're gonna find out for real.
So just normal reading speed, like not okay.
Yeah, you don't have to go super fast or anything, but
All right. Constitution of the United States of America, 1789. Preamble. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union and establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States.
so either you can't read or it's harder than you're letting on.
It's probably both, and it's also embarrassing that I don't know the preamble of the Constitution. I was like, what the fuck is posterity? I don't even know that word.
Yeah.
And I was reading domestic tranquility. I was like, dark tranquilities in the Constitution?
All right, now I want to try it. It's going to be probably impossible for me, but
Well, are you going to read a different segment, or just read the same one?
no, I'm gonna try to.
But now you know what it says.
Yeah,
Just read another part of the Constitution.
I know
There's
how to
law.
read. I just don't know how to speak. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure
Dark tranquility.
tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, secure
You make me happy.
God damn, that's hard.
That was pretty bad.
All right, you definitely did better than me.
Comment below who did it better.
Yeah. All right, I think we're done with this thing, huh? That was fun, though.
It was more fun than I suspected it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a... Alright. I'm just gonna put this thing out of the way for now. You should know by now, Alex, that there's a lot of things that involve me that are way more fun than they sound like they will be.
I do know that.
Yeah, you are intimately aware. Alright, so you had some other stuff that you wanted to...
Yeah, we're gonna talk about a couple cool articles. We got plenty of time. Bring up, you can search for it. It's Collider is the website.
Okay.
So if you just go to DuckDuckGo and you type in Collider Fight Club new ending Chinese streaming release. So if any of you know me, I'm a big proponent of not censoring shit.
Zoom in on this a bit for you.
And Hollywood likes to censor, well, I don't know if they like it, but they do it. They censor films and stuff for Chinese audiences because there's 1.5 billion people in China, and that's a lot of money for them to miss out on if they don't. So this is a most recent one, and it's just kind of ironic because if any of you have seen Fight Club, and it's okay for us to talk about the movie Fight Club, but in this context,
no, I've never. There's no such thing as actual Fight Clubs. They don't exist.
This is just about a movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you know about it, it's kind of. It's not really an anarchistic movie, honestly. It just has some kind of rebellious type themes and stuff. But the version in China, it says it removes the entire ending and replaces it with on-screen text explaining that Project Mayhem's plan was halted by the police and Tyler Durden was put away. And you can scroll down a little bit and it shows. So this text is basically, instead of the ending where he's like blows up the building and all that kind of shit, it just cuts to black in this text and it says, through the clue provided by Tyler, the police rapidly figured out the whole plan and arrested all criminals, successfully preventing the bomb from exploding. After the trial, Tyler was sent to lunatic asylum. This is Chinese English here. Tyler was sent to lunatic asylum receiving psychological treatment. He was discharged from the hospital in 2012. Which was, like 20 fucking years after the movie was made.
So the fictional character that was never real or in the movie was sent to an insane asylum.
So this is just a
spoiler alert if you haven't seen Fight Club.
Yeah. And if you're Chinese and you still haven't seen Fight Club because you're watching this garbage version.
Watch it again, but the real version, if you can find it.
So, yeah, I just saw that and obviously it was fucked up because I'm not a fan of censorship. And this is just like one small example of all the censorship that's going on there.
Dude, there's so much crazy shit with the social credit scores and...
Right, Sesame Credit. You can look that up if you're sad or if you want to be sad.
Yeah.
But
if you're sad, don't look that up. It'll make you more sad.
Right. Without getting too political, like, we just think this kind of stuff could never happen here. But I don't know, dude. Give us 10, maybe 20 years, and I wouldn't be too surprised that we already do stuff that's similar with our censorship. But, yeah, I just saw that and was kind of upset. And also, it's just specifically Fight Club. Like, they're going to just, like, that's like the one movie you won. If I were China, I would not want them seeing Fight Club at all, period.
No, because...
Let alone having to come up with an alternate ending.
Like, you don't necessarily need the ending to grasp like, Fight Club.
Like, that's like they put V for Vendetta in there and then just, like cut out parts about this and that. Like, well, like, why would they want to be even showing that? Like, there's just no point. You know?
I wonder if that is, like, allowed.
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't be surprised, but...
Yeah? Did you have another one for me?
Well, not in that same vein, but another article I saw recently that was cool.
Now for something completely different.
Right. Actually, I don't even know if, maybe I saw an article, it might have just been a post, but there's this company called, I think it's pronounced Reishi, or Reishi, it's Reishi. I think that's the name of the company, or Fine Mycelium. I don't really know which one's the company name and what's the product, but it's this company that's basically using mushrooms, not like, psycho psychosocial. What's the word? Psychedelic.
Psychotropic.
Psychosocial.
Yeah, psychosocial mushrooms.
Psychosocial mushrooms. Yeah.
Well, like so that was Mushroom Head, right?
Right. Yeah. Mushroom Head would love to have credit for psychosocial, not. But yeah, so they're using mushrooms to make vegan leather. So they're basically, because leather is, vegan is specifically refers to a diet, but, cruelty-free refers to, like, fashion and stuff. Yeah. So basically they're making, well, it's technically not vegan because you're not eating it, so it's cruelty-free leather.
Right.
And it's basically, to be used in, like, fashion because there are a lot of companies now that are, banning furs or they're going to stop using, like, animal products and testing and whatever, so this is just kind of something cool that could, I don't know if revolutionize is the word, but, because my opinion is, like, I don't think people necessarily like to wear animals. They're not like, I want to buy something that's a dead animal because fuck animals.
Right, yeah.
But it's because there's not a market alternative, really.
Right.
So
now the only thing I'm wondering is how much animal death do things like that contribute to? Like, don't we just use the animals we already kill for food? Like, would it be worse?
Think so.
Would it be worse if we killed them to eat them but didn't use their leather?
And I think that's probably what happens because I think there's separate companies that do separate farms for separate, because like dairy cows versus beef cows are different types of cows.
Right.
So
you think there's like leather cows?
Probably. That's what I would guess. But any people out there correct us if we're wrong. But
yeah, because I would think
you should use the dead cows that you're eating to make leather. However.
Right.
I don't know that it always works out that way as far as a company.
It would. I would think it would make sense for like slaughterhouses to sell their leather to a leather processing company, like financially, and just so you're using every part of it, like so you're not wasteful. But is there anything else you wanted to add to this, or?
No, I think that's it for that one. And then let's see if there's any other. Oh, there is another one. He's like 19 years old, I think. His name's Jack Sweeny. And basically he made this he makes like a bunch of different Twitter things and he's like a computer science major. I don't know, some kind of something or other. But he made this like app or something and he posted it on Twitter and it tracks the location of Elon Musk's private jet. And it's not like a joke thing. It's like super fucking accurate to the point where Elon Musk found out about it and he's offered the kid like $5,000 to like have him stop doing it and take it down. And the kid was like, no. Like,
do you know how he did it?
How he does it?
Yeah.
I didn't read about it. I mean, we could maybe look it up or something, but I'm sure it's, kids these days with all their nanotechnologies and they all are like super elite coders and shit.
I wonder if he actually has some sort of like location pinned on the jet, or if he's just.
Well, I doubt he did that. I'm just sure it's probably based on Musk's calendar or like events that he went to or this and looking at public flight records. I don't.
So maybe just using maps to kind of calculate like where he'll be.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we got time if we want to try to look it up, but
yeah. No, I'll
sorry,
look it up
Jack.
real quick. Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. But yeah, Musk offered him like $5,000 to stop it, and the kid's just like, no. And I don't think it was a no to be like, fuck you, but I think he said something along the lines of like he just enjoys doing it and it's fun. But honestly, $5,000 is like that's not a lot to offer. You would think you would like offer him a job at Tesla,
right?
Or
what a lowball
scholarship,
offer.
or
no, we were talking about this before, but I think that Elon Musk doesn't even actually care about this. And I think it's
like a publicity.
Right. I think he made the offer to him just to get more publicity because there's no such thing as bad press, especially for a company like Tesla and
Usually
Elon Musk.
There's not, but
Usually not. I mean, every time anything controversial like involving Elon Musk has happened, like Tesla stock went up.
Yeah. Or like when he smoked weed with Joe Rogan, it went down and then it went right back up after that.
Went down and then went up a couple days later, higher than it was before.
Right, yeah.
So that's usually what happens. And like, did you hear like how he was influencing the stock market? He would just post about things.
Yeah, and honestly, I have a beef with him about the shit that he did with like Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Like he's like, oh yeah, I love this shit, and Tesla's gonna offer you, or is gonna let you pay with crypto now, and of course, like, the market went up, and then he basically sold out of all that shit, and then it's like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. So it was like a pump and dump kind of thing, which, I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I think it's unethical, but I think it's just a shitty thing to do. But oh well.
I'm gonna see, how did Elon Jet get tracked? I want to see how he does it.
The kid's name's Jack Sweeny.
Oh, Sweeny said Wednesday that he was able to track them using data from their plane's transponders, a public record that includes the aircraft's altitude, latitude, longitude, and heading, an algorithm, and a bot that he created. So he kind of used that data and put an algorithm and put it through a bot.
Kids these days with their algorithms.
Yeah. Anything's possible.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, what? So say you were that kid. What would your number be? Like, what would you have to be offered?
I'd probably be the same. Like, I wouldn't want. I feel like it's like not invaluable, but like, you know, like if it's like a project of mine I'm passionate about, and
right.
You know, it's something that I'm doing, and it's not really like hurting anyone. Like who's someone gonna bomb Elon's fucking jet?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's just more one of those things where it's like, you know, I mean, everyone has a number. Like if he's like, I'll give you $1 billion, I'd be like, fuck it, here you go. But right. I would be more of like a thing where I would use it to get like a job or something. Like, yeah, let me work for Tesla or, you know,
right,
something like that. Or we could work together on something or work on this and use this thing that I made for other applications.
Well,
you know,
I guess like, it's kind of tough for us to say because
like pitch like a sales pitch rather than just buy me out, you know?
Right. I guess it's tough for us to say because that's not necessarily something we're passionate about.
Right.
But if you change that to something that we are passionate about, like
our show, like if
right.
someone's like, "Oh, we'll give you $5,000 for your show,"
I mean, fuck no.
I mean, if they said $1 billion, I'd say yeah, and then start a new show. But you
right.
know, it's like I said, everything has a price. So
and like I'm like middle class or slightly below, and you know I don't have a lot of money, and even I wouldn't take $5,000 to stop the show. Like you know, if
it's $5,000, I mean that'll get you like a couple months maybe.
Right. Yeah.
And then what? And then you're out of you know, it was all for that.
Now, for me, now it would depend. If it was just not almost famous can never be a thing anymore, then there might be a number for that. But if it was like you can never podcast or create content ever again.
They're just buying your soul?
Right.
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't sell.
No, I don't think I'd be willing to do that. But if it was like, for me, a life-changing amount of money where I'm at in my life right now is like $50,000. If someone were to give me $50,000 to not do something anymore that I'm passionate about, it would be tough.
Because that could at least get you a year, maybe 2 years.
Right. That would let me quit my job and focus on some other passion.
Buy a house, something like that.
Oh, well, focus on
down payment on a house or something.
Now, if it was like, you can never pursue stand-up comedy. No.
Yeah.
I would...
Or like if they told me like, oh, you can't record music anymore.
Right,
or,
yeah.
you know, some shit. Like, no.
No, nothing like that. I mean, even $1 million to never do stand-up comedy again, like, it kind of goes along with how much do you believe in yourself? Like, if that's something I plan on actively pursuing, then if I really believe in myself, then I'll make way more than $1 million over the course of a career.
Yeah. Or even if, I mean, with stand-up comedy, you're probably not going to make $1 million, but it's something that you do that's not just about the money. It's
exactly.
It's almost never about the money for shit like that. Like, I'm not in death metal to make money.
Right.
Like, nobody does that.
And so many, there's two sides. There's so many comedians that have nothing that still do it. There's so many comedians that have basically everything. They don't need the money from it, but they keep doing it.
Yeah, and that's usually when it comes to like artistic passion projects and stuff too. So,
yeah, like I don't think there would be a number for me to give up something like that.
Right
now, it's tough because I'm torn because to our viewers, I want to represent that I wouldn't give up the show for anything. But I think if someone was like $1 million,
reality check.
yeah, I think if someone was like $1 million and you have to stop Not Almost Famous, it'd be like, oh, we'll start a different show.
Everyone in the comments below, tell us something that you wouldn't give up for $1 million, or if you're like rich, then like a billion or $1 trillion.
Right.
Just some large amount of money that really makes you like question, would you actually give it up?
Whatever would be a life-changing amount of money for you, if someone offered that to you, would you take the offer to quit something that you're passionate about? And what is that passion? We want to know.
Yeah.
I really am curious.
Right here. Tell us.
Now, I wonder about this kid, like, let's not go there. Strike it from the record. That's worth using 2 records on.
2 double strikes.
Yeah.
3 strikes and you're out. So.
Yeah. It was YouTube strikes. We don't want those. But I wonder if, for him, how passionate he is about this. I wonder if it would have been like a large amount of money if he would have given it up, like, or if for him the recognition is going to open more doors. Because clearly this is going to open more doors for him than $5,000 would. But what if it was
already like talking to like the New York Times and shit right now?
Yeah.
But Jack, if you want to talk to us, leave your insight in the comments below.
Oh, I would love to have this guy on.
Yeah, right.
You will. We'll get you to all 70 of our viewers. We promise.
We also don't promise that there's going to be 70 of them, but
we're gonna do it. Well, with your name, we'll have at least 100.
He would like skyrocket our career, like right.
Oh, so are we gonna I can cut this out if we need to, but we're going to browbeat Whitney Cummings to be on our podcast.
Oh, I'd love to have Whitney Cummings.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Even though she has like her own like successful podcast, that it would make more sense for us to go on her podcast. We're just going to have her come to our podcast.
Yeah.
She can be seen by all of 5 viewers.
Yeah, well, I think with her name, I think we would get more viewers.
Oh, no, I know. But
what if she posted it on Twitter or something like that? Right. That would be awesome. But how... I mean, if I were ever famous, especially as a comedian, I would do shit like that because that would be really good stories for the road and really good stories for material.
Right, yeah. Like and it's kind of cool, like, you know, if you're like a celebrity and you're only talking to other celebrities, then it's just like, not like it's like lame, because it's not, but it's like, it's a different experience than if you're like, hey, this is my friend that mows my fucking lawn and I'm having him on the show, and like no one has a vested interest in hearing what this person has to say, but you know they could be just as interesting as, you know, a celebrity or something. So
which is why you should go to Lucksack Studios and check out my podcast. How to Talk Good.
What's it called? Nutsack? Lucksack.
Nutsack Studios.
Lucksack.
No,
don't go to Nutsack Studios.
No, that's on a different website.
Lucksack.
No, whenever I haven't launched Nutsack Studios yet, but we're working on it.
Sounds painful.
Yeah. Something that me and Alex have talked about before that we're never allowed to talk about again. We practice
Fight
that.
Club.
We practice that over on Nutsack Studios.
Yeah, that too.
But no, definitely because that is something that tends to happen with comedians in particular. Once they get so famous, they start having more trouble finding things to talk about, relatable things to talk about, because their life just isn't relatable anymore.
Right, yeah.
And that's why, like, by their third special, every comedian just talks about flying. Right?
Yeah, like, they're like, oh my god, I was flying the other day.
How often does the average person fly?
Never.
Once a year for most people?
Special
like, once a year or less?
Yep, family reunions.
Yeah, who's like, I can relate. Like, eventually...
I mean, everyone can relate to flying because they've all done it, but it's just like not flying, you know, every fucking week.
Right. I've never been on a plane.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How many times have you been on a plane?
Fuck if I know.
A lot?
In my lifetime, I want to say like 100 times, but maybe not 100 times. But I feel like I know at minimum it's 12, but it's probably closer to 50.
I'm honestly really...
Like, since I was a kid, I was on planes when I was like, you know, like 8 or 9 years old or some shit.
So I'm honestly really nervous because I know I'm going to do it eventually, and I want to, but I'm nervous. It's kind of weird. So I have anxiety, and anxiety is a little bit weird because I'm not... Like, thinking about flying doesn't scare me or doesn't make me anxious. But I'm anxious or nervous about getting anxious. Like,
Oh god.
the thought of it.
That's kind of self-defeating.
It is a little bit, but the thought of it doesn't bother me. But the thought of what if I'm actually there and the feeling of it is going to bother me. And then my mind starts racing like, oh shit, this is starting to bother me. I'm probably going to have an anxiety attack. And that's usually what causes my anxiety attacks. Not the thing itself, but the thought loops that come with it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for me, the stuff that just statistics, like, that's what makes me more grounded is, like, planes, like, literally never crash. And by literally, I don't mean literally, but it's, like, rare. We just, like, we only think that they do because we hear about them in the news for, like, this plane crashed. We're like, oh my god. It's just, like, yeah, that happens, like, once a year out of a fucking billion planes that are flying.
Yeah.
So it's, like, a 0% chance.
No, I know logically and statistically, like, I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to explain to someone who doesn't deal with anxiety that there's
I mean, it makes sense. I get what you're saying.
There's no logic involved in it. Like, I've had anxiety attacks where I've just, like, convinced myself that I'm dying or that I'm having a heart attack, and there's nothing wrong with me. And I'm not like this anymore. But when I was really bad, when I was first learning how to deal with it, I would show up at the hospital and just be like, tell them that I'm dying and you're not looking hard enough. You gotta find it.
And they just think that you're high as hell.
Yeah. Well, no, that they understand. Like, they've all, like, to their credit, been pretty cool about it and be like, it's just an anxiety attack. You're gonna be fine. Maybe give me, like, a little something to calm me down or whatever, which is the whole reason I went, because drugs are... No.
No, I actually remember when I was, like, 14 or 15, my girlfriend had, like, a panic attack, and I'd never seen one or really knew what they were, and she actually had never had one before, and we were just, like, hanging out, like, I think we were just, like, watching a movie or something in my room, like, we weren't even, like, doing anything, and it wasn't, like, a stressful movie, but she just was also, like, she's like, I can't really breathe, and I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, I was just having trouble breathing, and I, like, opened the window that was right next to us, like, to get some air, and then she's like, I don't know, there's something wrong with my heart, or blah, 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 and I was like, oh, fuck. So, like, we went to the hospital or whatever, because I don't know if she was gonna have a heart attack, or she had some weird genetic thing that, you know, didn't know about, but they were just, this was just a panic attack, and we were like, oh, so it's, like, nothing? So, it was, so...
Yeah, it's crazy how, like, that's how they happen, too. Like, they come out of nowhere for no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
And I've kind of gotten both perspectives on this, because I've talked to a friend of mine who used to not understand them and kind of used to, like, give me a little bit of shit over it. Like, you're fine, man. Later in life, he developed panic attacks. And he's like, oh, shit, dude, I totally get it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, sorry about before.
Yeah. I mean, I have had one before. But it was because of, like, some medication that they gave me. Yeah. And I just remember, like, I got up to go, like, my alarm went off for work. I got up, I went in my bathroom, I started, like, brushing my teeth, and all of a sudden I felt like, you know, like my chest was, like, getting tight, and, like, I felt like my arms were, like, cold and shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I'd only been taking the medicine, like, a couple days, so it wasn't, like, you know, that long or whatever, and it wasn't my first thought that it was a reaction to the medicine. Yeah. And I just was like, oh shit, maybe I just need to sit down or something. And, like, I remember, like, just trying to get from the bathroom to, like, back to my bed or whatever, like, and I just, like, collapsed in my bed, and I was like, oh my god, I'm fucking dying, and, like, I was like, holy shit, I can't go to work and stuff. But then, like, after, like, 20 minutes just laying there, I was, like, fine, and I was like, what the fuck was that about?
The weirdest part, because it sounds like you had the tunnel vision, where you get that really bad tunnel vision.
It wasn't like I was, like, dizzy, but it was like I was, like, feeling, like, disconnected from my body almost.
You feel disconnected from your body, and it feels like you got blinders on the side, and you're walking down a tunnel. Like, like, literally just feels like tunnel vision. It's such a weird experience.
Tunnel vision notification.
Well, on that happy note, do you want to wrap this thing up?
Yeah.
All right. Always wrap it before you tap it.
And then slap it.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.